Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Good morning, Buffalo ladies and gentlemen. Today is Tuesday, December 9th, and we're so happy you're here today. For lunch today, you can choose between a cinnamon roll with vegetarian 3-bean chili, or a toasted ham and cheese sandwich, or a baked potato with shredded cheese on it. For your fruits and veggies, you can have carrots, broccoli, celery sticks, cucumbers, leafy greens, apples, or craisins. Sounds delicious. Tomorrow you can choose between boneless teriyaki chicken wings or boneless barbecue or buffalo chicken wings with baby carrots, celery sticks, cucumbers, leafy greens, garbanzo beans, apples, grapes, or oranges. Yum. We have one birthday today. It is Isaac's birthday in Miss Lowe's class. Happy birthday, Isaac. Hope you have a wonderful day. My friends, like I had said last week, your teachers have nominated some students who are showing that they are balanced, but that does not mean that you need to stop being balanced. So think to yourself, how can I be balanced? How can I make sure that I am playing hard on the playground when it's time to play, that I'm working hard in the classroom when it's time to work, that I am home and spending time with my family as well as doing things that I love? How can I make sure I'm doing all of those things, doing a mix of things that are easy for me and things that are hard for me, eating a mix of my favorite foods and foods that might not be my favorite, but I know that they're good for me, getting plenty of sleep, getting plenty of playtime? How can I make sure that I am extra balanced? So I want you to be thinking about that this week. It is now time for our fact tactics fact of the week. I panicked for a second. Sorry. So let's switch over to that slide. We're learning multiplication, its groups and its relation, a thinking situation with patterns you can see. Fact of the week. 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 6 times 8 and 8 times 6, they equal 48. But I'm going to be real with you for a second here. This factor pair, 6 times 8 and 8 times 6, is really hard for me. For some reason, that does not stick in my brain. I have to use a strategy every single time that I come up against this fact. I just don't have it memorized. And I don't know why. I'm 37 years old and still struggling with it. So these two strategies are something that makes sense in my brain, using facts that I've previously mastered to connect to these facts. So I know that if I were to take 6 times 8 and chop both of those numbers in half, that means that I would have 3 times 4, 4 times. So you can see that in this array here. I have found 3 times 4, which I know equals 12. And I could double that to get 24, and then I could double 24 again to get 48. That makes sense in my brain when I'm looking at an array. Maybe not so much if I was working with the numbers because I might get confused, but I know that it is 12 4 times, and I can get to 48 that way. But another way that makes sense for me is thinking about the fact that 8 times 6 is just 8 times 5 and one more group of 8. And I know my 5s really well, so I can say that I know 8 times 5 is 40, and then just one more group of 8 would be 48. So what previously known facts do you use in order to find 6 times 8 and 8 times 6? It's pretty closely connected to 3 times 8. It's pretty closely connected to 4 times 8. So what other facts have you found helpful for you? I want to hear it in the hallway. I can't wait to hear your thinking. Let's be balanced, though, and make sure that it's a good time for us to talk. Good luck with your NWEA testing this week. I cannot wait to see 2nd through 5th graders how much you grow in your reading and math scores. Be hard workers. Tell me your strategies, and I'll see you in the hallways. Bye!